Hello, everybody. The clouds are out. We're in the house, and you're here now. So
Grab a seat.
Amen, 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 amen. Yo, we are back for another episode. Actually, we're back in general. We're back. Welcome.
We're back. Been a minute.
Yeah, just in case you missed us, we're here. Hello, how you doing? My name's D'Angelo, aka Kumon D.
It's your boy Tony Cancer on the jean jacket.
Todd.
I like that.
Nice. And we are back for another episode of House of Clouds, man. It has been a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful past couple of weeks. It's been absolutely insane, is what we really mean. But first and foremost, BBL Drizzy went from BBL Drizzy to lawsuit Drizzy. This is insane. Now, all of a sudden, Drake is suing UMG, Universal Music Group, for saying that they basically overproduced when it comes to Kendrick's results from Not Like Us, meaning they overplayed it, they shared it too much, they were putting it on a highlight, which caused defamation. And now he actually has a civil suit, and he has his first hearing on the 20th of December. How do we feel about rap beefs turning into courtroom beefs?
I'm sorry. Isn't that the purpose of the radio as such, is to overplay music that we hear probably on repeat?
Yeah. 100%.
What, how long do you think they push out a new one? Like three months later, you finally get a new release somewhere along the lines?
I mean, you'll hear new releases throughout, but it's like it's so the whole purpose of the radio as a whole is people pay for their spins. That's really what it is. Artists will shell out money to radio stations to spin their track. That's really how it is.
Drake, why are you so selfish? I just want to know, because you were mad when people were getting ran over by saying, Key, do you know me? Hopping out their cars.
True.
Them motherfuckers was sacrificing.
Wasn't defaming anybody, though.
You know me? My car!
But
it's driving.
I mean,
when people were playing, was it back to back? You weren't complaining. So.
Yeah. But I mean, another thing about it here too is like Drake, when he was a radio artist. He's a radio highlight artist. He uses that's like his main way of getting a lot of his listens. It circles back to radio. The radio boosts Drake. And then he's saying also that the song was just filled with defamation. But in most all of his clapbacks to Kendrick, he said he put the information out there. So it's like, how is it defamation if they're saying what you told them to say, quote unquote, that it's supposed to be false, but it's just seeming true? Like, how? Where's the defamation in that? Just because they said it and you're not saying it, or
unless they're talking about like the exaggeration of it. I mean, that's the only scenario where I could say, "Oh, he defamation my character because he exaggerated on this part." It's like, I mean, isn't that a black thing, Drake? No, didn't you claim you are, nigga? Like, we do that when we shit talk.
I mean, yeah, you over embellish, for sure.
Exaggeration is a part of the crap talk.
Yeah, I mean, you must have never seen a rap battle. They be exaggerating like crazy.
He's revealing Daddy didn't pump enough toner in his system.
That's a crazy statement.
I would just say it's very Canadian of him.
Yeah.
So.
For the lawsuit?
Yeah.
Or his white side
came out.
Yeah.
I like, bruh.
Very Jewish of him.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Corporate. Yeah. It was very corporate America.
Corporate.
Yeah. Very, very corporate America.
Yeah, that's it. Ain't too much to it.
Yeah. I mean, but the thing is, like, we've seen a lot of rap battles in our days, but we haven't seen one that escalated to a lawsuit. Especially when Drake has literally said before, a cease and desist is for bees, basically saying like you're a wuss if you put out a cease and desist, but yet you're trying to do a lawsuit of similar functionality. So like, what's the goal here? Do y'all think he could ever get his cred back or his credibility back after this is all said and done, whether he wins or loses?
You know, I'll say that and irony of all this,
Mm.
he's Drake. I think he's like the golden child in the game at the end of the day.
Mm.
No matter like how obviously dumb something is, I
Yeah.
believe he had that level of it just doesn't hit him as much because he constantly produced music, honestly, and I think that's where it's just gonna overshadow at some point. Now, depending on how far he goes, though,
Mm.
with all this,
Mm.
then I could say it can hit. Because if it just continues from like Kendrick to other people, then I think that's where the hit comes in.
Yeah. And I mean, Todd, what do you think? Do you think that Drake can come back from this?
Like Anthony said, he's the golden child. Yeah, it's ultimately yeah, but
Okay. Think
it
it's gonna take a
doesn't.
while?
It just makes him look away.
Mhm.
That's it. But at the end of the day, if you put music out, we're not gonna care.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think one thing about it that I was looking at too, you with doing all this, you kind of make the claims seem more true than false. Because you said first you put these claims out, you fed basically this information to Kendrick's camp, and it's not true at all, any way, shape, or form. But at the
Mhm.
same time, you are over here suing now because the information is out, because people are listening, and people basically hear the stuff and they believe it because you have instances to where a lot of this stuff starts to seem true.
Yeah.
So it's like, is it? Can we really say it's false?
Right.
Like, Drake, you got some explaining to do, bro. Like,
Honestly, I think what he probably is trying to get a gear, if I would assume that's the purpose of this lawsuit, was the highlight of Kendrick's beef was the minor part.
yeah,
And people ate that up. I mean, it was like, oh, it was like, what was a little quote before he hits the minor? I was like,
yeah. You're trying
man.
to strike a chord and it's probably A minor.
Yeah, I was like, and then the surfacing of this one young actress. I think what was her name? That little interview girl.
I mean, there was the Millie Bobby Brown thing.
Millie Bobby Brown.
There was the time he brought the 17-year-old on stage and kissed her. I mean,
Mhm.
dude, like,
I mean, it was questionable. That's what like Drake. Look, as a grown man, I would have stayed away from any young kid actress. Okay, until you maybe when they hit of age. Okay, yeah, what's up, bro? Hey, man, you grown, but not when keep constant communication when they're underage. It just sounds bad.
yeah, yeah,
Even though if you say, "Hey, I got a big brother and little sister relationship," I was like, "Look, I let's keep that relationship between the parents. Like I talk to the parents, not
yeah. Coordinate
directly
that.
to
Coordinate
the
that
young
with the parents.
kid, because
That it's just weird,
There's
bro.
lines.
It's just weird. It's weird, and we know just child actors in Hollywood. It's not always a good thing. It's not always the best relationships that they're making.
have you not learned from Disney and Nickelodeon?
Yeah, man. It's just not. It's not all that. But in other news, pivoting to something else that was probably equally crazy, Dan Dadan has been insane lately. And by that, I mean we got aliens, we got yokai, we got crazy girls, we got other people, we got nudity in the middle of your school. All sorts
Yeah.
of all sorts of shenanigans has been going on lately.
Oh yeah.
But first and foremost, peak moment just as of right now, because I feel like Dan Dadan might slowly be coming to an end of the first season. Peak moments as towards like maybe give us like a top 2 moments from the Dan Dadan season so far.
Top 2.
Yeah, like just your top 2 moments, just something that either was just shock and awe or just crazy to you.
I mean, I would have said that what kind of surprised me in the shock was the what's it called? What's she? A yokai lady, the little spirit that's ballerina, and said that was her daughter.
Oh yeah, Acrobatic Silky.
Yeah, I actually thought that was just a crazy woman. I was like, oh, she's one of those crazy people that's just claiming a random kid who just took a liking to her.
Mm-hmm.
The whole time she was telling the truth.
Yeah.
I like the play on that. Like they made you think she's just crazy. She's believing this false scenario, like she just wanted to be a mother figure. It turns out she was the mother figure. Boom! I was like, wow.
Spoiler.
But that was the greatest play of all
I hope
time.
you weren't wanting to watch that.
I think it was. It like
Time
episode.
gonna
I
catch
think
you every
like
single
8.
time.
I think it's like 8. Episode 8.
Nah, I'm just yeah.
It's
I'm-
deep in
I'm Josh,
it's
I'm
deep in
Josh.
there, pause.
Mid deep.
I'm Josh.
Mid
It's a
deep.
small.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that was definitely a crazy moment. I mean, like when we're talking about just the backstory of Dan to Dan, it's so much backstory that you don't expect. Like Turbo Granny's backstory was crazy. I mean, when we're talking about like Ken Takakura, or Oda-kun, his backstory's kind of been crazy lately, and him like getting acclimated to the power. That other girl that also has a yokai's power now, that Acrobatic Silky was chasing after. Now she has a pretty interesting backstory. It's just a lot of crazy development that we would have never really expected. Same with the crab boxer yokai that the aliens hired.
Well, he's like quoting Muhammad Ali. If I recall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, that man was really in today. Yeah.
Oh
Like,
yeah, he was in it.
Oh, he got that defense. Oh, he ready to
Mike
box.
Tyson, yeah.
I'm like, oh, get him, man, get him.
Then he turned into Mantis Shrimp Man or something like that. Well, after they injected him with the little growth serum.
Mhm.
But it's just story wise, it's just been crazy to see that this anime that has such a crazy preface as towards aliens, yokai, psychic powers, possession. It doesn't fit that shonen
Right.
box. It's not quite ecchi, but it's just all over the place, and it does it well, and still manages to have a solid backstory. It's just beautiful to me. Go
It's
ahead.
great creativity. I would
Yeah.
say.
Oh yeah. The creativity in it is
And I like
just
the-
absolutely amazing.
Like the comic relief is unique in and of itself for this anime
Mhm,
because
mhm.
not too many animes see this level of comic relief.
Mm.
Maybe one that comes close, but again, that's just going full etchy is Peter Grill. But besides that,
Yeah.
this is like safe zone when it comes to watching in front of people, and on top of that, massively done when it comes to etchy.
Yeah. And the animation is another great
Yeah.
great highlight of it. It's just beautifully animated.
Like
Agreed.
that.
But what about you, T? What's a moment or two that really stuck out to you in this season so far?
Just the beginning when she first got her powers, and then the school
Mhm.
episode where they were fighting the Mantis. Those were my favorite.
Favorite so far?
Mhm.
I mean,
Just like right when she got her powers, I was like, oh, okay, we got something. And
cool
then,
little block. It was very Mob Psycho.
Yeah.
Like when she got her powers, like I think we can all agree that was a very Mob Psycho scene.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was just beautifully animated.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And yeah, just that the whole episode of them at the school or
Mhm.
fighting the Mantis, and yeah, just that whole sequence was pretty cool. I like that.
Okay.
Mhm.
I mean, again, Dan to Dan is just crazy. But I think some of my top moments definitely just comedy wise when they woke up and they were naked in the middle of the
That was
middle
funny
of the
too.
hallway. Absolutely insane. Then next thing you know, the other girl comes out. So now it looks like he was doing the deed with two girls in different rooms, headed back to back, going crazy.
Right.
Yeah, and then we get the I forgot what the Serpos. That's what the aliens are called. We get the Serpos basically showing their ability finally to enhance any creature or combine with a creature when they combine with like the Loch Ness monster, so to speak.
Yeah.
That was actually pretty solid. It's a cool little twist on a villain. But we've seen a lot of just amazing stuff out of this anime. But if there was one person who's never seen the anime and you have to basically tell them about it and just small details, just give them a quick synopsis, what would you tell somebody to get them to watch this anime?
Ooh. I would say some of the small detail. It's a unique sense of comedy. Avery.
Yeah. Okay.
I would describe it in that type of form. That unique sense of comedy that when you get to watching, you're gonna be questioning it, but then after a while, it instantly within I'll say that first episode of viewing, you start to, let me give it a second watch.
Mhm.
Let me give it a third watch. Because I remember previously before, I was like, questioning, I don't know. And then just say hit that F switch, and I'm like, oh, shit, man. Nah, the ball is really rolling in this.
Literally. Yeah. 100%, bro. I feel you. Because testicles do roll in this. But
I
what
thought
would
you
you?
was gonna say pun intended. I was like,
100% intended. But what would you tell somebody?
Simply, it's a fun adventure anime. Obscure in a way because the adventure is about something obscure. But if you like Scooby Doo, like just kind of that randomness of just like scenarios and without all the ghouls and goblins, a little bit. I feel it feels like a Scooby Doo type esque anime in a way, without having the murder mystery in it. It's just that random adventures and we got to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without the city of Coolsville.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, if I had to tell anybody, if you're on the fence on watching this, you heard what the other two said. It's more of the same, man. It's just a fun action adventure, all sorts of crazy characters, crazy scenarios. It's not something that you'll sit and not have a laugh. Like it's definitely something that, like, if you've had a bad day and you watch this anime, I guarantee you'll get a smile. Like this is a hilarious anime. So if you haven't watched it, watch it, please. You deserve it. You owe it to yourself. But last thing before we head up out of here, what's one thing that you guys may have seen that's coming out pretty soon that you guys are looking forward to?
I haven't seen anything.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Nothing?
Mm-mm.
Damn, that's crazy.
Pretty soon, I have not catched an eye of something pretty soon. But I would say one that I would have to pick up is How to Pickle Girls at the Dungeon. I have to pick that up because the new season is already out.
Yeah, it's great.
I'm pretty sure like 9 or 10 episodes in already.
It's great.
Haven't picked it up yet.
It's great. Bel Cornell is an amazing guy. But one thing that I'm looking forward to, and then this also goes out to y'all, whatever y'all are looking forward to, or if you have something that you've been watching within this year that you just think is fire, you want us to watch it, let us know. Comment. We will watch it. We'll give it a watch. We'll tell you if we like it. We might even talk about it on an episode. So, just hit us with some inspiration. Go ahead. Give us a little something you like from your mouths to our ears, so to speak. But Sakamoto Days, man. Sakamoto Days is coming out. It's been a manga for a very long time. It literally filled to the brim with comedy, crazy action, all sorts of stuff. It's something that I am looking forward to quite a bit. And then they're starting the One Piece remake. I wanna see that as soon as they reanimate. So they're reanimating basically all the earlier parts alongside Naruto's getting that reanimation too. I want to see how it looks. It just seems like it looks really, really beautiful. And I heard there's even a shadow adventure in the works, so to speak, from Sonic. There's like some sort of shadow anime-esque thing that's coming out. So I look forward to hearing more information about that. But y'all, as per usual, when we're done with an episode, we ain't got more to say, or we just ready to get up out of here. We say nothing but peace.
Peace.
Yeah.